I'm a parent, a husband, a brother, and a son. But otherwise, I spend a great deal of effort, energy, and thought on trying to create art, thinking of ideas, working hard to bring them into being. It's hard to explain, but you know, when a 6-year-old comes up to you and says, you know, I love your work, or I think you're a great artist, or I want to be an artist when I grow up. It is cute, but it's profound and sublime to have some person or child say that to you. You know, it makes you want to work harder and live up to that. And so I guess that's what I'm trying to do. Well, today we had a very special day in Bradford County, Pennsylvania. We visited Croman Elementary School, and that school has kindergarten, first and second grade. Theresa Morgan invited me to present my art to the students, and we had an assembly in the gym, which was great. I had a chance to show a selection of slides of my artwork to the kids and tell them about my life and how and why I started making art, and showing them examples of the art I've been making since I first started. And then it seems like all the kids in the school were making collages using cereal boxes they had collected and doing different art projects in their rooms. It was like a special art day at the school. I went class to class and stopped in and saw what the kids were working on, and they all wanted to tell me things about their projects and show me what they had done. And we took some group class photos, and it was just an amazing experience. So we're gonna all cut up our boxes and make a collage, but I have this saying, no gluing until you know what you're doing. Do you do art at home?
Yeah, sometimes.
Have you ever cut up cereal boxes before?
No.
Well, you're doing this in your own order because you made his mouth over his nose.
Yeah.
You inspired me because you spit it out everywhere.
It's interesting that you could, even though it's all mixed up, you can still tell it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So you did a great job. Do you love these guys? They're funny, aren't they?
My favorite one is the fitness.
Why?
Because it has artists that are eyes, and it reminds me of my mom.
Oh, that is nice.
I think that Michael Albert's presentation was one of the best presentations we've had this year. The children were very attentive. They listened, they cooperated, they added their comments to the slideshow, and I just think it was a wonderful day for all.
It was awesome to have a real artist come to our school today. The children really enjoyed making pop art like Mr. Albert, and they realized that they can do whatever they want, and art is just what you want to make it. The children were very excited. They all brought in cereal boxes.
It's an amazing opportunity for our students here. We live in a rural area where art is viewed, but something like this, something so modern and new and fresh, we don't always get to see. Michael's gracious enough to come out here to our rural Bradford County and visit our school and demonstrate to our kids really the amazing things that he does on a daily basis by cutting out boxes and gluing them to paper and really demonstrating art can be anything and allow the imagination to flow from these students. And his kind words of wisdom has really helped these students grow and imagine what they could be and what careers they could do in the future. And it's neat. It's just out of a cereal box.
The kids prepared ahead of time by making their names using some cereal boxes, and we put those up in the hallway. And they really enjoyed learning about his process and how he makes art out of recycled material so that it doesn't end up in the trash.
There's some good early literacy going on here, you know, finding the letters to spell out their names. Not the easiest thing to do. Do you think it's interesting that even though these packages have been cut up into so many little pieces and mixed up, that you could still guess what the products are? I hope you're going to be ready to start doing some cutting and pasting today, are you? Whenever I find a product that says what year the company was founded, I take it to include it in this big collage, which is going to be like a history of brands. This is about 4 hours drive from where I live, so to have a chance to come to a different community and interact with people in this way, not just the students, but the teachers as well. It's just a real honor to have people interested in what I do, especially kids so young, to get a short introduction, and the next thing you know, they're making art very much in the same way that I do. Looking at the images on packages, cutting them out, and coming up with their own ideas, and having a good, creative, educational time, which is really what it's all about. Well, I could go on, but I think we're going to need to get back to class and start on our projects. So these are some examples of my work. You guys were amazing. You guys were the best audience. Thanks so much for having me at your school.
When I first met Michael Albert, it was at the Green Free Library in Canton. They were just having special guests, and he happened to be one of the feature artists they were having that summer. So we went and created art, and then my kids and I decided we wanted to do it at home too. And then here and there, I sent him an email maybe or something, and then through COVID, we Zoomed and did art together, and our family did a lot of art.
We became Facebook friends.
Yes, Facebook friends, of course, Facebook. And who knew that all of that would bring us to this point where he could come to W.R. Croman and show his pop art presentation and where he's been in life, and bring it to our students and let them have a part of it. And to watch the kids just be so absorbed and involved in your pop art has to be so cool. It is for me, so it has to be for the artists too.
Today was amazing. It was perfect. You really arranged a perfect day. It couldn't have been better. I was a little nervous because the students were kindergarten, first and second, so you think, they might not get some of the deeper nuances of my work and story, but really, I think it's important to talk to even young kids like they're people.
Yeah.
We're all just people, so when I tell them about my brothers and my things that I like to do growing up and how I started drawing, these are the same kind of experiences and things that they understand because they're that age now.
Yeah, I think that helps them relate.
And I think the best thing about it for me is that I don't have to study for this. It's just me. It's just my
natural,
story.
yeah.
It's like somebody asking you about your life or what you do or what you think. It's not like you have to prepare for it, really. Even with the younger ones, when you have images that you're showing to them, it takes them a moment to look at it and figure out what it is, so that grabs their attention.
It becomes a game, and they like that, and you let them clap, and you let them answer questions, and it was just cool.
But our friendship is what made this happen. And I so appreciate it. It was great.
Yes, and I appreciate it so much. God has definitely brought us together. It's cool. Thank you so much.
Sure. I never imagined my art was going to turn into this opportunity of traveling around to different communities and interacting with people like this. But it's very inspiring, and I guess it's positive reinforcement that what I'm doing is working. People are enjoying it, I'm enjoying it, and it inspires me to keep going.